Hello and welcome to Athena's Creations 2017. I'm Athena Turk, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator since 2017. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Thank you for joining me. I've got this fun fold thank you card that I made and designed for one of my organized swaps for Onstage, and I'm very excited to share how to make this and how easy it is. I'm going to share everything with you. So this one, I'm using the thank you from the Filled with Sweetness suite of product, along with the designer paper and this cute die cut piece that is part of the suite as well. This one is a lot of fun to play with. I've been making lots of swap cards using this suite of product. We're going to be using the Wink of Stella, and we're going to be using our beautiful gems, the Strawberry Slush in Pretty and Pink gems. Absolutely gorgeous. And we're going to use this beautiful ribbon that has been on unorderable status several different times for a while. It is absolutely my favorite mesh ribbon, and it's the gold striped mesh ribbon. I believe it's currently available. It's one of those, like I said, it's a hot. Everybody loves to use it, and it just goes with so many different projects. This one's really easy. This one is actually called a pop-up pillar card, and I first shared with you how to make this pop-up pillar card on my YouTube channel. November 20th is when I uploaded the video on how to make this card to begin with, using the sunflower embossing folder. Which was another card I had designed. But again, this was kind of my inspiration for this card that I had made once before. And so also that coordinates, part of the online exclusive, is the Made with Sweetness. Now, I don't know if you've noticed, but there's these cute little strawberries and little stems. There's so much that you can do with this little suite. And when you stamp and you color in with your blends, they have the cutest little die cut pieces. There's two of these little die cut pieces that will die cut those out for you. Absolutely the cutest little bundle suite. This one's a bundle that coordinates with the suite of products. So had to get those out and use them. We're also using, let's see, Strawberry Slush, the Filled with Sweetness dies. What else do I need to tell you about this pop-up pillar card? We're using Secret Sea, the current new in color. And the measurements for the card base are 5.5 by 8 1/4. Now on the 8 1/4 inch side, you're going to score it at 1/2 inch, 2 inches, 2.5, and 4. I don't know if you can hear, we're getting a nice little monsoon of rain, which is awesome. Uh-oh. What did I do? Oh, that's right. It's supposed to be that way. I forgot. This is not one of those regular cards. I had a momentary panic attack. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So there's that little 1/2 inch mark. So it's going to fold just like that. But guess what? It's also going to lie flat so that you can actually mail it out. Of course, you can always use your bone folder. It's probably better than your fingers. All right, so what we want to do, I almost forgot. I like to stamp first, allow the ink to dry, put our designer paper on, and then we can finish our card with all the fun embellishments and everything. So let's do that. Let's go ahead and we're going to stamp our cute little ladybug. And there's that cute little die cut piece that we're going to stamp using Strawberry Slush. So very cute. We're also going to use the Strawberry Slush blends and the Wink of Stella. So first, we're going to stamp our thank you on this sweet little tag. Just find that nice center and then just apply nice even pressure. You want that to dry. And then I think I've shared in previous videos that I've made this empty craft pad and got the Memento ink refill, and it stamps beautifully. We want to get our cute little ladybug, absolutely adorable. And we want to stamp it down here at the bottom corner. And that's nice and dark ink, so I definitely need that to dry before I color in with the blends. And then when the blends dries, I will color in with the Wink of Stella. Now let's go ahead and start adding our designer paper now that we have done our stamping, and we're letting all of that dry. So our designer paper, which is so very cute little ladybugs, made me decide to do that. The paper can always inspire you. So if you're ever kind of wondering what to do, get that designer paper out. Or if you don't have it, look at what they have in the catalogs and see what their samples show. This will give you great ideas. That's how I came up with that. And what goes great with ladybugs, the cute little flowers, right? Love the sweetness, bundle and sweet. I think it's temporary unavailable, but you can definitely get the paper and the bundle. Sometimes part of the suite, if there's one item that's not available, it makes the whole suite, but there's still like the bundle that you can get. So definitely look into that. And then you can always click on there, notify me. Make sure Stampin' Up! Has your email address so that you can be notified when a product comes back into stock. Now this designer series paper card front is 3 3/4 by 2.5. Now this piece of Secret C is part of the card front. It's 4 by 2 3/4. Designer paper 3 3/4 by 2.5. We're gonna layer those together. Find that sweet spot in the middle. Hold down my designer paper and lift up the flap and add my adhesive. All right, now we've got these two pieces right here of designer series paper, measured 5 1/4 by 1 1/4. And it's going to go on the two panels. Again, find that sweet spot centered. Add your adhesive. On both of these little panel pieces right there. This card is so cute. Alrighty. Want to make sure it's in between the scored lines there. Alright, so it's going to fold like that. We're going to go ahead and add a little bit of adhesive right through there. This tiny little 1/2 inch spot. You could definitely do tear and tape. And then boom, there it goes. It pops up. Super easy, right? Love it. Now, I want to make sure that's good and dry before we mess with it. So for this one, you're only going to put a little adhesive like right here. But before we do, we're going to fold it flat and find that nice, even spot so that it's lined up nice and perfectly. And again, just on that tiny little panel piece, are we going to put adhesive. Just like that. That way, it pops up. Isn't that beautiful? Now we're going to go ahead. I'm paranoid. I want to make sure that's very, very dry before we mess with it. We're going to go ahead and add our ribbon. Just do like a little X in the middle. Then I'm going to grab approximately 12 to 13 inches of ribbon. And I'm going to start by doing like a little loop. And then come back down with that little loop. Just like so. I'm going to get my ribbon only scissors and trim it at an angle. And then this one definitely is dry. We're going to turn it over and add dimensionals on the top of it. And normally I would do 2, but for this one I want to do 3. Because it's also going to not only pop up, but it's going to hold down the ribbon too. Right there in the middle. Now we're going to come back in with our beautiful gems. We're going to get this beautiful pink right here. And then we're going to put a couple of the other little sparkly gems right next to it. Absolutely adorable. This one should be dry, so I'm going to go ahead and color it in with my dark strawberry slush. Yep, dark. You could definitely do the light. So pretty. Isn't that easy? Just gives a little something to the inside of your card. And you have plenty of room to write. Then we'll find that sweet spot again. Just double checking. Oop, it moved. All right, there we go. Lift up that flap. Add that adhesive. And then add more adhesive to the rest of the inside of this card. And then just make sure so it doesn't smudge. You want to make sure, I'm fanning it, make sure that beautiful strawberry slush is dry. And then you're going to get your wink of Stella and give it that fun little extra sparkle. Just kind of tap that on there. Isn't that the cutest? Oh my goodness. Absolutely love this card. This is the pop-up pillar card. So easy to make. Thank you so much for joining me. We'll see you next time. Happy stamping.